Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for tuning back into the First Click Show with a daily coverage of the road to WWDC. Welcome back. Okay, so we're doing what we can to get the best news articles out there on the show. It's not Jon Prosser announcing a new MacBook Pro coming out on WWDC, but it is definitely juicy because what we got here is 9to5Mac actually reporting on a vacancy at Apple for a job in alternative payments. Now, it's going to be very interesting to see what that is going to be. Is Apple going to make their own cryptocurrency? Is Apple Pay going to adopt all these cryptocurrencies that are fairly popular, for example, Bitcoin or whatever? You never know. It might be very interesting to see if that is something that they're just researching or if it is something that they're actually going to do somewhere down the road. They will probably have to research it for a really long time, but this job opportunity being so out in the public, it means something. It means something. Apple currency, that would be insane. But you never know. You don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. But there is one thing I'm sure about. We are going to keep you posted on this story right here. And then we got Cult of Mac actually reporting on a rumor that Netflix is going to release a sort of service that is similar to Apple Arcade, where you can play mobile games or whatever games on a subscription service and play the games until you obviously cancel your subscription. Now, I'm very interested in what Netflix is going to bring to the table that is new. Maybe some interactive shows that they're going to call games. I have no clue. I am definitely curious though how that's going to play with the App Store and this whole fiasco going on obviously with Tim Sweeney and all the bullshit that he's talking about. But anyways, it seems kind of interesting, right? More players on that field would actually help other competitors stay awake and keep producing new features, new updates, new things. It's good for us. It's good for us. It's really good for us. So Netflix, I wish you the best of luck. Please do it. Now, it's currently just exploring according to Cult of Mac. So I'm just interested in what Netflix sees in this market and what they're going to do differently, because you already have Game Pass, GeForce Now, Apple Arcade. Like, what is going to be new? What is going to be new? I need something new, and maybe I will be interested or maybe not. But definitely more competitors on this market is going to be a benefit for us. So let's see what happens. And then we got this Reddit post, which I thought was really interesting. It's about the AirTags and different colors and the dual tone trend that we see on the iMac and maybe even the MacBook Air, if the leaks that Jon Prosser and Ian are reporting on are correctly. This is kind of what the AirTags would look like if we get dual tone AirTags sometime in the future. We don't know, but it looks really good. I would suggest Apple actually doing this because it looks cool. Now, to be honest, obviously these products are not meant to be looked at every single time of the day. So it's not like a computer like an iMac that has to have a friendly face, a friendly color, something that people can actually identify with. Like the AirTags are obviously something that you put away and you activate it once, and maybe if you have to replace the battery, you see it again. So I'm not sure if this is going to work for Apple, if they see enough animo to actually do this, but it definitely looks cool, and I would definitely go for the space gray. I know I'm boring. We also have the silver iMac, M1 iMac here, so I know all credits to the poster here, which is Dim V. But anyways, the link to this post will be in the description down below, so you can have a chat with people that are obviously as excited about it as we are. And then we have another story that we have to talk about, which is obviously fairly interesting. It's kind of controversial because there are loads of conversations going on at the moment about this story. It's obviously iFixit coming in with a teardown of the iMac. And some people are complaining about not knowing that the iMac, the base model iMac, only had one fan versus two fans on the more, let's say, high-end model. They obviously have the same chip, so they cool the exact same chip, but the base model only has one fan and the more upgraded model has two fans. Now, is that something that, let's say, the normal consumers, for lack of a better word, are going to notice? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if these people are going to go into high-end video editing and rendering and stuff like that. But obviously, technically, there is a higher chance that it will downthrottle the performance of the M1 before the high-end M1 iMac has to do that. Now, is that something that normal consumers will actually notice? But I can completely understand that there are loads of people that went for the base model iMac because they like the display, they like the new setup, they like the new colors, and they didn't know that there was a difference in fans, and maybe they would have made a different decision if they would have known that. Now, to be honest, our personal opinion on this is that if there is such a huge difference in price, then you do know that there is going to be a difference in internals and maybe even a little bit in performance. Now, we're actually talking about a very, very small bit of difference in performance, especially for the people that are using this device just as a home computer. I don't think you're ever going to notice that there is only one fan. Now, obviously, if you're rendering loads of videos, if you're a content creator or an upcoming content creator, then yes, at some point you will obviously feel that difference. But is it that bad? I mean, we are still in the 2-week window, especially here in the EU. You can just still send it back and buy the other one. I would suggest, if it is such a problem for you, if you feel like you're not future-proofing yourself as much as you could, definitely send it back, buy a new one, and get yourself that second fan. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in to this episode of The Road to WWDC. Obviously, we're going to be there for the next few days until WWDC hits there, and then after that, we are not going to do this daily platform anymore, but we will still bring you the news, obviously here on First Clicks. For now, I hope you guys click on.